get back up again. 10 days without water, fall down, go boom, don't get back up again. But one's days, one's minutes. Well, let's go for the most at the top, O2. This is what we all need as humans to breathe, O2. But if we can't produce it,
yeah. They hear the killer in the back 40.
Just to make more room for those, the dumbest animal in the world.
Oh.
This is the dumbest animal in the world. You can't see it in your focal plane, but they're cows. Got to make more room for the cows. Got to cut down the rainforest, grow crops on dirt that cannot grow diddle squat.
Grow more genetically engineered cows.
Asya convinced me that somebody has to play the bad guy because we have to show the information. And I agree. I feel terrible about having to even fake slap. Although it's an actor, it's a fake slap. On film, in the theater, or in your bedroom watching television, you don't know it's fake. There's no subtitle. You don't know. I just hit somebody. My father experienced a tremendous backlash from all of his fans around the world from Once Upon a Time in the West. Where at the beginning of the film, one of the guys says, "What are we going to do about the kid, Frank?" And my father says, "Well, now that you've used my name," draws his gun and shoots the kid in the stomach.
Oh.
People around the world said, "Henry Fonda can't do that." You're not separating the actor from the person. He had become that much of an icon through Tom Joad, through all these parts he played. He was the democratic person. He was the most equal. He used to, during the House Un-Americans Activity Committee, which to me is the most un-American thing, aside from the Patriot Act, that we have. My father would go out of his way to cross the street and shake hands with somebody who had been blackballed for religious political belief. And for that reason, the State Department from the United States took his passport away.
Really?
He didn't carry a gun. He didn't stand in a corner and shake his fist. He made his films. He began life for me in a very interesting way. But the world saw him differently. And when the world saw him shoot a child in the stomach, it was unacceptable. It blew my father's mind. He had no idea that would be the reaction. Fortunately, he ends up playing the person he is and gets an Academy Award for it at the end of his career. That's kind of cool. But so, you make a movie, you make a statement as being a character, and the world can interpret the way that is because we let it go. It goes out across broadcast waves, theaters, screens. The other people that decide. And if they've put you in a position, I'm not Captain America, but they think I am. I did this Western I was speaking about earlier, right after Easy Rider, thinking, this will break the mold. They did not want to see me on a horse. They wanted me back on a motorcycle smoking pot, being a rebellion against establishment. I continued my own rebellion. I wasn't bothering to waste film on it. There were other people that were into filming it, and I was into doing other parts of it. But making motion pictures, something I do, something I like. In this motion picture, I will be seen as a child abuser. There's nothing I can do about it now. I can't certainly go up in front of every audience. By the way, when I slap the boy, I'm not really slapping the boy, I'm an actor. They're going to do it like this. Just run the film now. Get that joker off stage. You know, fucked if I do, fucked if I don't.
Does it mean after, you know, after Easy Rider, all that stuff, or the 60s rebellion, we can say, does it mean after that it's like you try to think as the opposite side, the guys, the enemy in a way, their mentality. You know, for example, in Easy Rider, you are a part of the rebellion, but of course you are against poverty, you are against reactionary,
yes.
And now it's like you try to understand the opposite side. How these guys think about the world, about
Well, they,
what you were at that time?
you mean the establishment?
Yeah, establishment and common people, you know.
Common people can be establishment too.
Yes.
For me, Easy Rider was a movie that would be successful. I wrote the ending first, with the thought, man, this will really shake the cage. It did. I didn't think about it politically. I thought about it humanly, in my own heart. Man, I don't know what went wrong with this country. Jack does our talking for us. Jack Nicholson becomes our mouthpiece. It's an old gangster term. It's the lawyer, the person who talks for you in court. Now we all got lawyers, and none of us are talking for ourselves. Until we can, we're fucked. Doesn't matter. Whatever the ethic of the world at the moment, whatever the guilt of the world at the moment, that is no reason to usurp a nation, to create a false nation. I feel like I'm an occupier of this country. It doesn't belong to me. I was born here. My family came here in 1641. That still doesn't mean I have a right to set the Native Americans into reservations. Do you know the first weapons of mass destruction were used by the Americans? They were called the pox blankets.
Oh yeah, Massachusetts.
They took smallpox and put it up in blankets and passed them out to all the Native Americans. Do you know the United States government has broken every treaty with every nation and every tribe, with the exception of the Seminoles? Broken them all, but washed their hands of it and moved right on. Nobody said, well, wait a minute, there was a treaty about that. Weapons of mass destruction, the pox blankets. Go online, get the knowledge. But it's true, think about it. That was, in our minds, a weapon of mass destruction.
Last question.
Last question.
Yeah,
What's it gonna be?
Last question. C'est okay pour toi? Yeah, muscle. Yeah. Fortunately. Yeah, does the word independent, I mean independent in movies, according to you, has the same sense than the 60s? I mean, the word independent nowadays.
It's becoming, the word independent is becoming a millstone around the neck.
Email again. The other. Yeah. Okay.
Voicemail. You know, swamped doing banking. Oh, all the funding. There's out of your back. I could go over it. I was just going to go to the set, but you know, I'm working off a commitment letter.
That's Steve's camera.
Oh.
was crippin'. You relaxing.
So remember, you wanted up the stairs. We didn't set up for that originally. We were on sandbags or something. So for this two-shot, yes, good game. Good game. Moving on to coverage for scene 54.
So I'm just gonna steal your video camera from you to take it to the shop, get it fixed.
It's it's at my hotel room now.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. You'll be, you might be sitting at the over on this side.
There you go.
Please.
Not good on that shit.
My kids around here do GHB.
What's GHB? Gamma, hydro, beta.
It's a clever mixture of cleaning materials.
Oh man, I'm like, you know.
We thought a real copy of the material back this evening. Some of the proof sheets.
All right, so what are we gonna do?
Promotes things going on in Knoxville, and they wanted to post a gallery.
They want some photos?
Right.
That's
And
okay.
they were going to hold it.
Well, we should hold it till after photography.
After shooting